Chapter 39. An unfilial child is better than a cane. Once, a wealthy Brahmin in the Acropolis, dressed in tattered clothes, came to the Buddha's dwelling with a grey face, and after paying homage to the Buddha, the Brahmin sat down on the side. The Buddha said to the Brahmin, "Brahmin, why are the clothes you wear so tattered? For example, it seems that you haven't bathed in a long time. You should be a rich man in the Acropolis. How did you become like this?" The Brahmin said, "My 4 sons and daughter-in-law, 8 of them conspired to throw me out of the house, thinking that I was old now and could not do anything, that I was a burden in the family, and wasting the food in the house." The Buddha said, "Brahmins, if I come and tell you something, when you Brahmins have a meeting, you can tell it to the masses who are attending the meeting, and your sons and daughters-in-law will also attend the Brahmin meeting, right?" The Brahmins replied, "My sons and daughters-in-law, who are also Brahmins, will certainly attend Brahmin gatherings, because the Brahmin class is very high in our country." "Venerable, what are you going to say for me? Please say." The Buddha said, "Brahmin, listen up, my dear child. When you were born, I rejoiced. I took good care of you, raised you and grew up slowly, and I hope that when you grow up, you will be able to do great things. But you conspired with your daughter-in-law to drive me out of the house as mercilessly as dogs and pigs. You are children who are unfilial and of inferior character, although you call me Daddy, Daddy. But you behave like a fierce demon, and you see me grey-haired and old-fashioned, like an old and useless horse, so you stop serving me, and you drive me out of my house with grey hair and old eyes. I have 4 sons, I have 4 daughters-in-law, and since I will live on the streets and be homeless, my rich and wealthy side has to beg along the streets. These sons of mine are not as good as the crutches I hold, which I can use to drive away ferocious cattle and vicious dogs. In the dark, crutches can explore the way ahead for me, and when crossing streams, crutches can also judge the depth of the stream for me, and allow me to find a suitable standing point. This crutch is so powerful, it can lift me up when I fall. It is my dependency. It is really better than my own son." At this time, the Buddha said, "I love it, I want it to grow." They conspired with their wives to chase me like guinea dogs. Even though I am not a sage, he calls me father. Yiko Yashagata, give up my old age. If the old mourns, the weak horse, do not eat or drink. I am the son, even though I am an elder, but begging for food from his house is such unfilial piety. It's not as good as my crutches, but I can chase the bull. You can also chase fierce dogs, and secretly guide me, when it is in a deep stream, and make a foothold. According to the strength of this crutch, it can be afforded." After the Buddha had spoken, the Brahmin said, "Venerable, what you said is so good, can you say it again for me?" "Shizhen, I'm too old to remember so many French sayings at once." The Buddha then repeated the saying several times for the Brahmins, and it was not until the Brahmins had memorized all the French sayings that the Buddha stopped repeating the sayings. The Brahmin bowed to the Buddha again and left joyfully. When the Brahmins held the ceremony, the Brahmin spoke the Buddha's French words at the ceremony, and all the Brahmins present praised him for his good speech, and even the respected Brahmin elders at the meeting ceremony respectfully invited him to sit in the most noble position. These Brahmin elders personally recorded these French sayings, spoken and prepared them to be circulated throughout the world as Brahmanical scriptures. The son and daughter-in-law of this Brahmin sat in the audience, and when he heard his father accuse them so much, and saw the respected Brahmin elder so respectful of his father, he was immediately ashamed and self-contained. After the gathering was held, the Brahmin's son and daughter-in-law invited the old father home, let the old father bathe, prepare delicious meals for the old father, and buy the old father several new sets of clothes. After eating a delicious meal, and putting on his newly bought clothes, the Brahmin went to the Buddha's residence again, and after saluting the Buddha, he sat down on the side, and the Brahmin said to the Buddha, "Thank you, Venerable. Thank you. I spoke your words in French at the ceremony, and I was praised by the public. Even the respected Brahmin elders personally invited me to sit in the most noble position, and my son and daughter-in-law took me home after the ceremony, and they are now very respectful to me. They let me bathe, cook delicious meals for me, buy me new clothes to wear. I cannot express my gratitude to you in words. Venerable, I have brought some new clothes and some belongings now. Please accept my most respectful offering to you. Please let me be your home practice disciple. I am willing to accept the precepts you have set. I am willing to practice according to your Dharma. You are my most honorable teacher. Please accept my most respectful offering to you. I cannot repay your teaching grace. I just want to express my respect for you with these meager offerings." The Buddha saw that the Brahmins were so respectful and devotional, so he accepted his refuge and offerings.